Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the July 30th Board of Adjustment meeting for the City of Bel Air Beach. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kathy, would you please call the roll?
Board Member Conry.
Present.
Board Member Gatliff.
Here.
Board Member Mariano.
Here.
Board Member Dixon.
Here.
Board Member Kelly.
Here. First item on our agenda is the approval of our last Board of Adjustment meeting on June 25th. Board members, you'll find in your place a revised set of minutes that were amended this week. We made some corrections. So hopefully if you take a quick look, they're virtually the same as the ones you received in your packet with one or two just name changes. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the minutes. Second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried. We're going to swear in the witnesses at this time, so if anybody in the audience plans to talk this evening, would you please rise and be sworn in by our city clerk.
Do you solemnly declare or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in these proceedings is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. I'm going to read the rules and procedures that this board follows so that folks in the audience understand the stages we go through. I'm going to read the variance request, and at that point, the city staff report will be made by our city manager, Kyle Freeberg. We'll then ask the applicant to come forward and make a statement. We'll have a discussion between all the parties. And then the board is going to vote on a series of 7 questions, what we call the criteria questions, that the applicant has already given us answers for. In order to get a variance approved, all 7 of those questions must get yes votes, affirmative votes tonight when the board actually goes through each one. We will then have a motion and a second regarding the variance and a roll call vote. At this point, I'd like to move forward on variance number 2610 at 111 Belle Isle Avenue. Kyle, do you want to go ahead and make a report? Excuse me.
Yes, this is Kyle Riefler, City Manager of Bel Air Beach. And I also brought Dave Dixon. He's a senior planner with CGA's, Calvin Giugiano and Associates. He's here tonight to help answer questions. So we're going to go to page 16 of the packet, which is going to be the staff report for the first variance.
Good evening, members of the Board of Adjustment.
Good evening.
Dave Dixon, planner, consulting, I'm Kyle. This item is for a variance. The first variance is from section 94-220 for minimum living areas and setbacks for lot in Bel Air Beach Yacht Estates. The required western side setback in this case is 7 feet. The request for variance is for a variance of 2 feet 6 inches for exterior renovations to an existing structure and construction of a staircase, exterior staircase on the western side of the property. So, let's see here. So that's the footprint of the building. And So the construction of the staircase in the exterior presumably is to access space or other living area on the upper floor. Let the applicant testify as to why, but presumably there's vertical circulation obviously takes up space inside of a building, but there's some considerations to think about when that request to extend the staircase out from the side of the building is granted. Right? So,
Usually we just roll in the two variances, so.
We have the two setback encroachments, so the first variance is going to be a request to encroach. It is so this is going to be the western exterior side setback. So right on this side of the site diagram, this is a little bit clearer picture than was in the packet, so we have it separately. So you have an encroachment here. The side setback, which is on the western side, is 7 feet per Chapter 94, 220 minimum living area setbacks. And this variance request is to encroach that 7-foot side setback by 2 feet 6 inches.
Is that toward the front of the building? Toward the front,
Is it, I have
to the left-hand side?
26-10. Okay, well, we're gonna let the staff, they have to talk about it. Do you have to, want to come up? Do you have something?
So this area here is within the setback. This is not changing. It's the area here, actually none of this is
You are,
changing.
ma'am?
I'm sorry, my name is Lauren Connors. I'm the contractor, IMD Construction Group.
Okay, thank you.
Both of these variances are for items that already exist on the property. They have always existed on the property. The property is in disrepair at this point, and we are simply trying to repair them and build them back. And so the first area in question, that's on the west side setback, you're looking right here at these stairs. They are already there. They go from the front porch into the side yard. It's the access in there. They are wooden stairs. They have been there since long before they bought the home. They're in disrepair. In the update of the home's exterior, these are just turning into concrete steps. They are not changing how large they are. They have always been there. So that is the first variance. It's not here. This porch that's up here that you see does meet the setback. So the area on the west side is here. And then I'm sorry, no, this is the west side. This is the west side. And then the east side is a covered entry for a door that is there. And once again, this is an area that has always been on this home. We are merely repairing it. And so these variances are not to add to the home, they are just to repair what is there.
Okay. Do the owners want to say anything? You're more than welcome to.
Dan, that owner, she pretty much covered it, so.
That's her job, right?
Yeah.
Before you go, is there any questions for the members of the board of the applicant or from staff?
Yeah, I have just a quick question. It says utility steps, so is that maybe an HVAC system and steps? What?
They're just exterior. I don't think it references HVAC or anything. The backyard is roughly 3 feet lower than the entry on the south side. So we have to, in order to get there, right around that corner is where all the utilities do come to the house. So if they want to walk down there and get to the HVAC or the power, that's where they access it.
So basically, you're going to post over on the east side or a covered area by the access door coming in from the east?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody understand it? Ready to move on? It's yours, sir. Yeah.
All right. So a variance granted by the Board of Adjustment shall be consistent with the public interest when owing to a special condition or literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter will not result in an unnecessary or undue hardship to the applicant. And the special condition or unique circumstance will not result from the intentional act of the applicant or the applicant's agent. In order to authorize any variance from the provisions of this chapter, the Board of Adjustment shall find that the applicant, number one, demonstrated that special conditions or unique circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structure, or building involved, and which are not applicable to other similar structures or buildings in the same zoning district.
Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. Before Mark moves on, in each of these conditions, each of these questions, you must, a yes vote, the variance is approved, no vote, the variance is denied.
Number two, demonstrated that the variance requested is the minimum variance that will make possible the reasonable use of the land, building, or structure.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision three, demonstrated that that granting the variance requested will not confer on the applicant any special privilege that is denied by this chapter.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision four, demonstrated that the variance requested does not change the use of the property from the use characteristics mandated for districts 1 and 2 in sections 30-51 and 94-252 and Article 4, Division 3 of this chapter.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 5, will comply fully with additional conditions and safeguards which the Board of Adjustment may prescribe, including but not limited to reasonable time limits within which the action for which a variance is required shall commence and/or be completed.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 6, demonstrated that the variance requested does not violate any provision and requirements set forth in Chapter 62 and Chapter 64 of the Code.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 7, demonstrated that such variance is not in conflict with the City of Bel Air Beach strategic plan.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. So Kathy, we got all 7 criteria with a 5-0 vote,
Yes.
approval 5-0. I'll entertain a motion now for variance request number 26-10. Would a member like to make said motion?
I'll make a motion to approve variance request 26-10.
Thank you,
I'll
Mary
second.
Lou. Thank you, Carol. We have a motion and a second. Kathy, if you'll call the roll for 26-10.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. We're going to move on to the second one at the same address. It's our variance request 2610, 2611. The one we just did was on the east side. West side, we're going to move to the east side. You want to go ahead and do the same criteria?
Okay, so a variance granted by the Board of Adjustments shall be consistent with the public interest when owing to a special condition and literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter will not result in unnecessary and undue hardship to the applicant. And the special condition or unique circumstance will not result from the intentional act of the applicant or the applicant's agent. In order to authorize any variance from the provisions of this chapter, the Board of Adjustment shall find that the applicant, number 1, demonstrated that special conditions or unique circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structure, or building involved, and which are not applicable to other similar structures or buildings in the same zoning district.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 2, demonstrated that the variance requested is the minimum variance that will make possible the reasonable use of the land, building, or structure.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 3, demonstrated that granting the variance requested will not confer on the applicant any special privilege that is denied by this chapter.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 4, demonstrated that the variance requested does not change the use of the property from the use characteristics mandated for District 1 and 2 in Sections 30-51 and 94-252 and Section and Article 4, Division 3 of this chapter.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 5, will comply fully with additional conditions and safeguards which the Board of Adjustment may prescribe, including but not limited to reasonable time limits within which the action for which a variance is required shall commence and/or be completed.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Provision 6, demonstrated that the variance requested does not violate any provision and requirement set forth in Chapter 62 and Chapter 64 of the City Code.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
And provision 7, such variance is not in conflict with the City of Bel Air Beach strategic plan.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. Kathy again, 7, all 7, 5-0.
Yes.
I will now entertain a motion for variance number 26-11. Would a member like to make said motion?
I move we approve 2611.
Thank you, Mr. Gatliff. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Mariano, thank you. Kathy, if you call the roll for the motion.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Knapp, both variances 2610 for your east side, west side and 2611 for the west side are approved.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming tonight. At this time, we'll move on to our variance, our third variance of the evening at the residence of 120 14th Street in Bel Air Beach. Kyle, if you'd like to come forward and make a staff report for Dave.
Good evening again, members of the Board of Adjustment. Dave Jason.
Thank you, Dave.
This is a request for a variance from Article 4 districts for a structure in the residential low district 2. The variance is for height. The applicant is requesting a variance from the maximum structure height, 35 feet, measured from base flood elevation, plus 1 foot, 1 foot of freeboard. Based on the survey and the site plans provided, the project involves lifting of an existing structure. Remodeling to some extent of the external elements is included. The base flood elevation for this particular lot is 9.0 NAD. The plans indicate the proposed peak roof elevation is 39 feet 8 inches above base flood. So maximum height is 35 feet, variance is to go to 39 feet 8 inches. The applicant is requesting 3 feet 8 inches above the maximum structure height for that zone. Any questions?
Could you repeat again what the actual variance distance is? It's 3 feet something.
3 feet and 8 inches
Okay.
above the 35-foot maximum.
Okay.
How does that math work? 39, 8, and 35?
Yes.
Or 39 feet and 8 inches.
That's 4 feet 8. Not 3 feet 8.
you say 3 feet 8 is the request?
I'm so sorry, I can't.
You said 3 feet 8 was the request, but it's 4'8", right?
Information provided is 3 feet 8 inches.
Well, the 35 and 39 8 is 4'8". Am I doing the math wrong?
Plus the 1 foot of freeboard, I believe, might have been
Oh.
the difference.
Okay.
That's your extra foot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The only clarification that I'll ask for is the application, I'm assuming was submitted by the applicant. In the variance request, they identified the request of 3 feet 10 inches.
Correct.
So, is it 3'8"? Was it, there's just a modification?
So the plans that we had at the time that the application was submitted, and we did the engineering letter, our engineer was looking at the plans and he read 3 feet 8 inches. We didn't have plans that showed differently. I believe the homeowner and the representatives had those plans tonight of what they wrote on their application, but at the time we advertised what we had plans for.
Is the applicant present?
Yes, sir.
Representative? Please introduce yourself.
My name is Stacy Richard,
You
architect.
can pull it down.
Architect and principal of Urban Delta. I'm here on behalf of Rahul and Nina Shukla, homeowners at this residence. I've got with me as well my partner and colleague, Matt Lukens, and the contractor with the lift, Albert J.
You are the consultant, or you the contractor, or you
Architect.
the architect?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'd like to give you a little bit of history on the project that we have here. As they've mentioned, this is a 2-story house that's existing, that's being lifted. We are lifting that to comply with the FEMA regulations of having our base level 1 elevation at 10 feet, 1 foot above base flood elevation. When we've gone through this project, we had redesigned the entire project so that we can comply with the maximum building height, and that required a re-removal of the roof structure and a redesign. As we went through the construction and the lift process, some things were uncovered, as you'll find with existing buildings, that are unknown during the design. And so what the contractor had to do was increase or add a little bit more of the stem wall foundation. So what you can see here, a little bit blurry, but we had initially designed for the minimum ceiling heights allowed for livable spaces in the Florida Building Code. This depth of structure that we had assumed increased by about 13 inches.
13 inches?
Correct, yeah.
The report says 10.
So we had accounted for about 2'2", and that included the slab, the existing slab, stem wall foundation, and a new structure to accommodate the lift. When they lifted it and then measured in the distance, and you can see that's in this photo right here, that distance was closer to about 39 inches. So it's about 26, we had initially counted for 26 inches, it came out to approximately 39 inches.
There's
So,
13.
yeah, so what that created was a condition where we had done a design so we could maintain that maximum building height, but with this increased depth here, we were now violating the Florida Building Code with livable height spaces, and being in spaces where we'd be below 7 feet in ceiling height, so it render it unusable. And then if we were to lift that up, then we would be exceeding the maximum building height. Then another thing that I'd like to point out is we had, again, redesigned this existing roof with new trusses. As we've been in conversations with contractors and roofing manufacturers, truss manufacturers, the conditions of replacing this roof became quite risky and something that none of them wanted to take on. Replacing a roof of an existing structure that is elevated created additional structural issues of the existing house. And so this became a hardship for them. So the request is to maintain the existing roof that they have, which would again be a 3'10" elevation. So here is a diagram that we have of where that new roof would, or the existing roof would be. This would allow us to comply with the FEMA regulations of our level 1 elevation, as well as the Florida Building Code regulations of that minimum ceiling height space on level 1. And we would maintain the existing roof structure. But that would provide a 3'10" increase over the 35 feet.
We got some questions perhaps for you and or the contractor.
Okay.
At what point, when you decided to make this change, what the application says 10 inches, you're now saying 13 inches. Did the contractor make that decision?
It's based on construction site observations and construction tolerances as well. With the variability of the existing structure and the height itself, needing to make sure we maintain that level of.
When he, and I'm going to say he, even if he's in the audience, when he made that decision and you went ahead and performed it, come up, sir, and please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Albert Jocelyn. I'm one of the owners of JS Builders, the people that live in the house.
Did you, at that point, stop and tell the city of Bel Air Beach you were making a change in the field?
So,
Yes or no?
making a change in the field?
Yes. Did you tell the city that you're making a change to the plans in the field?
I would say we did. We have to support it first before anything happens. That's the main reason for the change. When we're under the house, if we see that we need to have some more support, honestly, we have to support it. We can't just let it go.
I understand the need. Did you tell the city, Kyle, were you informed that they were increasing the height now of this building because of this change of 13 inches?
This is the only information we have that there was a change, is the variance request.
So when that change was made and they went ahead with it, you found out during the application for the variance?
We didn't make the change. I don't understand. I guess the change hasn't been made yet. I mean, we're still working on the house. It's just temporarily shimmed, or what we call shored right now.
Okay.
So we realize we have to short, put the steel under there with the steel height, the shims and everything. That's what it comes out to be. But it's not like we say, hey, we want to do this. It's necessary for the foundation so we don't crack the foundation and split the walls and things.
So at that point, you knew that you needed to come to the city?
Correct. At that point, then we said, hey, we need to go to the city. We stop this where it's at. It's temporarily shored up, and then that's why we're here.
Great.
Yeah.
Go ahead, proceed.
Yes.
Is it
This project
presently,
hasn't been.
sorry, is it presently at that 35-foot?
We bring it to an elevation that we can work under it and get the pilings in like we're supposed to. So no, it's not at height right now.
So when you perform that, then you lower it back down to
Correct.
that?
Yeah. So it's above the height at this moment, which we have to just be able to get equipment in and out physically.
Okay.
And then once everything's set and done and variance approved, then we can put it at the height we need to. So right now is a stage where we got to make the decision and we need your help.
And do you have any more to say? We've interrupted you enough. If you want to go ahead back to your
No,
presentation, you're welcome.
I just wanted to point out, we've tried every possible route to go before this one, including the redesign of the roof, and so, with it being elevated in the air, that does limit us in possibilities, so.
What was the original intent for the roof, from
So-
a new roof perspective?
Yeah, so this is the elevation of the original design where we had flattened the roof so that we can stay within the 35 feet.
Okay, so the pitch was gonna be even less, I was gonna say the pitch on that isn't great as it is.
Correct,
So
yeah,
your
we-
intent was to take the pitch down?
What was that?
Your intent was to take the pitch down?
Correct, we flattened the roof. We were gonna have flat trusses instead of the pitched trusses. And again, that was all done in an effort to keep within the 35 feet. But in a combination of the additional stem wall footing that we needed for the support, as well as the labor market that didn't want to re-roof a structure, we ended up needing to, if possible, maintain the existing roof structure as is and build onto that. This would also maintain the architectural character of the home, which has been here since the 90s.
So on the diagram, the top one you've got there in the red, the differential or the distance, go to the top, it is now going to be the 3 feet 10
Yeah,
above that line. I can't
correct,
see-
35. Oops.
Above the 35.
Mhm.
To keep the roof pitch as is.
Correct, the existing
Is
roof.
your preference, but it could be altered if necessary.
I think we've exhausted that when we tried to do the flat roof. No subcontractors, no roofers wanted to perform this work.
No guts.
No bids.
Yeah. Or warranty it, that's another.
Yeah, when we have Albert Jocelyn, MJ's builders.
Okay.
So when we have a house like this, and we're resupporting and shoring it, the roof, as many of you all know, strengthens the house from lateral forces and shear and things like that. If we were to try to change that, it would definitely also possibly hurt the house and be a detriment. And the whole point of raising it is to save the house and get it above the flood elevation. And so we're trying not to do things that could, hurt the structure of the house at all. And the truss of the roof, how they're strapped, how they're tied all the way down. A roof isn't just something that sits on top. It goes from the top all the way down through the walls of the house to the foundation. So if we try to change this, flatten it out, which means completely remove all the wood, it's very dangerous, to be honest, and we're not in the business of being dangerous.
One of the major things that we ask in the application is, and it's something that's crucial to us, is first of all that you have a special condition or a unique circumstance regarding this particular case, and the second one is if you were asking for the minimum variance. That can make you or break you based on the amount that's required and or requested. So what you're saying to us is you're asking for the 3 feet 10 inches as the minimum that will make your situation work.
Yes, correct.
Any other questions from the board members? Kathy, I presume we've got some letters regarding this case. You folks can sit down for the time being if you want to. Have we got any letters for or against?
We have both. We have several that are against, and we have, I think, 3 that are for.
Okay.
And they're in your packets.
And I believe you gave us one tonight.
Right, that was the last one I received, but the other ones were all included in your packets.
Are any of the people that have written these letters here tonight, and if so, would you like to speak? Please come forward and introduce yourself. You'll give us your name and address, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Alexander Ross. My wife Carol unfortunately can't be here because she's had surgery. But we're 1207 Bay Drive, 2 doors down. And we've been here for 25 years now in Bella Beach. We love the place. We had our own flooding situation during the storm, and we decided to rebuild. During the process, we had to go through all the thoughts of height, what could we do. We always knew that 35 foot was the restriction. We approached the entire design of the house. It's actually still under construction now. We wanted a pretty pitch on it, so we were limited in how high we could go, how many floors we could go. We decided not to do an extra floor to stay within the 35 foot. We know that the neighbors on either side of us made those decisions. We're all aware of this 35 foot restriction going into all these rebuilds and onto these lifts, etc. I've watched this house being lifted. I'm flabbergasted at how high it is, quite honestly, because to me it seems like I know that house actually did not really flood in the storm. It was high enough. It's been lifted to create a whole new elevation as far as I'm concerned, a new living area. And this has pushed it over. So, for us, my wife and myself, we love the fact that it's a 35 foot limit. The houses don't get too big. And we really would ask the city to honor that, not just because we made serious decisions on that, but we really would like the skyline not to get super high in Bella Beach. And we understand the hardships in that. I listened to the story about the roof. Well, in all due respect, that was known before the house was lifted. This is not something that was a hello moment after the house was lifted. We all know that roof structure is, but that was known before the lifting was done. So, I strongly request that this is not allowed, because I think it's a slippery slope for our ballet beautiful ballet community. I'll leave it at that.
If I understand you correctly, you tore down the house that was already there.
We tore down the house, yes.
Yours. I'm talking about yours now. You tore yours down, and
Correct.
your new house is in compliance with our codes.
Absolutely, and had we known it was high, I'm not saying we wouldn't make different decisions, but we could have,
Right.
because it was a discussion with the architect at the time, and we wanted a pretty roof line, and so we ended up with what we did, to stay within the regulations.
Lex, thank you very much for coming tonight.
Okay, thank you.
And we have your letter on file, and I appreciate you coming to the podium.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Anybody else, sir?
Hi, my name is Angelo Conti. My wife Susan and I live at 1205 Bay Drive, right next door to Lex and Carol.
Mr. County, that's your wife's letter we must have just received.
No, she mailed that some time ago.
No, it's in the packet.
Okay,
Should be in the packet.
okay. Go ahead, sir.
So we lived in Santee Solar Condo because we wanted to build our house in Bel Air Beach. So during that process of renting a small house in Bel Air Beach, unfortunately we were impacted by a flood. 4 feet of water came in, we lost everything, but we wanted to build in Bel Air Beach. We knew the 35-foot height was a requirement. We were a few inches over that. We changed the pitch of our roof to maintain the 35-foot requirement. So we did that. We moved in April of last year. We love our house. We've been watching Lex and Carol's house go up, and our neighbors next to Lex are also in the process of building, and all following the 35-foot requirement. I echo Alexa's comments that I strongly disagree with this recommendation for a couple of reasons. I think it's unfortunate the way this has transpired in lifting the house, but it also, I think, sets a precedent that says we're going to ignore something so important like a 35-foot height. 1 or 2 inches is one thing, but almost 4 feet is something else. And I don't think we want to be in a situation where this can happen again and again and change the character and quality of Bel Air Beach. As my wife and I say, we got 5 of our grandkids with us right now. We're both still working. We're going to go out feet first. We love the area. We want to maintain it the way it is.
Mr. Conti, thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions of the board for Mr. Conti? Sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else want to speak? Yes, sir.
It's not been sworn.
Have you sworn in? Would you please stand there, sir?
Hi there. Do you solemnly declare or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this proceeding is the truth and the truth?
My name is Rahul Shukla. I'm here with my wife Meena. I'm the owner of that house. I completely understand what the other 2 neighbors have said about them not being able to exceed 35 feet. And I also, when we designed this house 2 years ago, made sure that we met 35 feet limit. Our current permit drawing meets that 35 feet limit. The only thing that came up, this lifting of a house was a very difficult project for us. We did not fully understand what will happen when the house is lifted. And our drawing was designed with a flatter roof. But only after we lifted the house and then we started looking for contractors that we had extreme difficulty. We talked with every truss manufacturer. We did not come here just to request it quickly and not respect the zoning laws. We are here only after truss manufacturer after truss manufacturer declined to come up with a suggestion for our design. So right now the house is lifted and we are requesting 3 feet and 10 inches, which is about 10% of the existing standard. Our neighbors on both sides of the house have given letters with agreement, And if we need more letters from our street, 14th Street, almost everyone has said that they will give us a no objection letter. We right now don't have much of an option because we can't find anybody who can flatten our roof. So I would request humbly that you approve this variance so that we can finish this project that has started from 2 years. We right now live in a rented home, and if you give us this variance, then our contractor can quickly finish the project. I thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else in the audience like to? Dave, go ahead.
Good evening. I feel like it's very important to note one thing, looking at the advertisement, which was advertised at 3 feet and 8 inches above the 35-foot max. That would be the maximum that the request could be approved to at this point.
3.8? Okay. Mr. Attorney, is that correct?
Tom Travis, City Attorney for the City of Bel Air Beach. So it's a technical argument, and that is that the public hasn't been properly noticed of this variance request, because the request standing here before you today is 3 foot 10 inches, when in fact everybody has notice of a 3 foot 8 inch variance request. And so it's not been properly noticed for 310. And so there is a possibility, if you approve it at 310, that that there could be a challenge because of the fact that you've allowed for a variance that is greater than what has been properly advertised. It would be different if they advertised it at 3.8 and only needed 3.6. The public then would know that there was a greater chance of a height increase, and it is less at the actual hearing. It's just the opposite here. So technically, the board should be limited to 3 foot 8 inches, or have the applicant have the advertisement amended, and then have it come back at the next meeting. So that's also a possibility.
So we give that option to the owner.
Yes, sir.
If the gentleman would please come back up with the attorney here standing. We want you to understand, come on back, that the situation you've got right now is we stop and we table the request to get it correct at 310, or we go ahead and we vote on it if you tell us to at 3 feet 8 inches. Is that right, Mr. Trask?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I request that you vote on 3 feet 8 inches, please.
So you want us to move forward tonight?
Yes.
I'd also like to just clarify, again, this house is under construction right now and in a very volatile situation. Again, the request to lift it is to allow for the FEMA base flood elevation for that livable first floor, which is allowable by right, and so by not requesting that would also prohibit them from reaching what they would be allowed to by code as well.
So is it your recommendation to the owner, as the architect, to table and
No.
correct this?
No, my recommendation is to vote on this today. It's in a volatile, it's under construction, it's being lifted. Hurricane season is coming. We'd like to make sure that construction can proceed with a safe operation.
So fully understand all of that, those circumstances. So you can make this design work at 3 feet 8 inches?
Correct. We'll make it work.
So with the Florida Building Code limitations on the
Yes.
bottom floor, and with the base flood elevations, obviously on the finished floor?
Correct. Well, we will adjust a couple of areas on that lower ceiling to accommodate that.
So then I can't not ask this question. So I thought we were dealing with the maximum variance that needed when we were at
Oh, minimum.
the minimum, right? But technically, you could make it work with less height.
We're going to go back to the drawing board and fine tune that so it will work with the existing roof structure.
So there's a decision on the table for the owner, and
Who are you, sir?
I am Stacy's partner, Matt Lukens. I am partner of Urban Delta.
Thank you for introducing yourself, because we don't know who you
I'm
are.
sorry. I want to, because I've been familiar with this with Rahul and been mostly working with him on the decisions about the roof. So if you wanted to keep the standard Spanish tile, we would have to have, it's about 2 inches different to do a panelized system or do like a standard traditional. So that's why the 3'8" was what was modeled originally, because we were going to do a panelized, but wanted to leave the option open for Rahul if he wanted to pick a more traditional tile. So it can be, as a minimum, at 3'8", we can make it work. So there's a design way to solve this, and that's just selecting a different roofing product.
Thank you. Any other questions of the board? Anyone else in the audience would like to speak on this? Come forward, sir. Have you been sworn in? Anyone else, while he's being sworn in, would like to be taught tonight? You're welcome to. Please be. Your name, sir?
Hi, Elder Ferreira. I'm on 119 13th Street.
Okay.
So I'm a neighbor on 13th Street, so it's right behind my house. I agree 100% with those two gentlemen that disagree with the approval of this. I would also I have not sent a letter, but I would like to also pose my disagreement to raising this. I think, I'm an engineer by trade, so these are the kinds of things that should be checked and known before the project is executed. I understand the roof situation, but I think an exception would be detrimental to future projects. I think it's an exception that could cause for you gentlemen a challenge in the future as well for other exceptions. So I just wanted to pose that as my opinion here.
We appreciate that very much. Would you please give the clerk your name before you walk away? I know you're on 113th. I'm 13th, I'm sorry.
This is a challenging application. And just, I'll give you my opinion. The applicant is trying to do the right thing. Right? The applicant is trying to do the right thing by raising it out of the base flood elevation. Obviously, we don't want repeat insurance claims. It impacts the insurance costs for all of us. They're trying to raise this property so that there aren't additional claims. But it appears that they've run into an issue with Florida Building Code on the bottom side and the potential design implications of a new roof on the top side. But knowing that replacing the roof would be challenging from the start, why did they want to replace the roof in the first place? I get it. I understand why. It's, the reason is from an aesthetic, in order to bring the roof down. So they were doing the right thing. But it's a 4-foot variance. I mean, it's not a 4-foot variance. It's close to a 4-foot. 10%.
It's a, so if I can clarify, it's a livable first level too, right? So you're adding a lot, just to make sure, because a lot of people are raising just a garage, so that they're not flooding their home, but this is actually adding a livable first level. Right, at least that, that's in my mind, that's right.
Yeah, it's a diagram of, Kyle, can you bring that one over, Madam Architect, if you can bring that one up over on the, I have to keep referring to the one with the red lines on the right-hand side. There you go, Matt.
Yeah. So it's really adding all the square footage to the home versus just making it flood safe.
Can the first level be lowered?
That's what my point is. It's like it's adding a lot of extra height. It's way beyond flood safe. It's also giving an entire floor of living space. And then granting the 4 feet is exceptional, in my opinion.
The architect, was it the original intent to create a third living space on that first floor?
Correct, that's why we had it at 10 feet, and we were very intentional about the livable area as well, to make sure we were within the zoning codes. And we, again, had the minimum ceiling heights that were allowed by Florida Building Code.
Thank you. I have a staff question, Kyle, but the extra questions that I've been given to ask tonight. Should we do our 7 normal criteria first and then the others? Since these are, Mr. Trask, we got 10 others to review tonight?
It's my understanding there's some floodplain criteria that you're reviewing in addition to the variance criteria. So the variance criteria should go first.
Okay.
If you approve it, then you go to the next stage. If you don't approve it, there would be no need to go to the other criteria.
That answers my question completely. We're going to go on now and move to our criteria. Is there anybody else who would like to say anything before this board votes? Hearing none, we're going to move forward. And I'm going to explain before that we read these 7 questions. In the application, it even says if the board determines that any one of your answers to the set, it's actually 7 individual questions listed in the application is insufficient in nature and reason to earn a yes vote by a majority of the members that present, your variance request will be denied. So we are going to move forward to read 7 questions that are our standard criteria. Question number 1. Has the applicant demonstrated that special conditions or unique circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structure, or building involved, which are not applicable to other similar structures or buildings in the same zoning district? Yes vote, the variance is approved. No vote, the variance is denied. Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. 5-0, variance is denied. Number 2, demonstrate that the variance requested is the minimum variance that will make possible the reasonable use of land, building, or structure. Yes vote, the variance is approved. No vote, the variance is denied. Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. 5-0,
5-0.
variance denied. Number 3, demonstrate the granting of the variance requested will not confer on the applicant any special privilege that is denied by this chapter. Yes vote, the variance is approved. No vote, the variance is denied.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. 5-0, variance is denied. Number 4, have the applicant demonstrated that the variance requested does not change the use of the property from the use characteristic mandated for District 1 and 2 in Sections 30-51 and 94-252 and Article 4, Division 3 of this chapter. A yes vote, the variance is approved. A no vote, the variance is denied. Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. Number 5, will the applicant comply fully with additional conditions and safeguards which the Board of Adjustment may prescribe, including but not limited to reasonable time limits within which the action for which a variance is requested shall commence and/or be completed? A yes vote, the variance is approved. No vote, the variance is denied. Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. Number 6, has the applicant demonstrated that the variance requested does not violate any provisions and requirements set forth in Chapter 62 and 74 of the City Code? Yes vote, the variance is approved. No vote, the variance is denied. Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. Number 7, Is such variance not in conflict with the City of Bel Air Beach strategic plan? Yes vote, the variance is approved. No vote, the variance is denied. Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. Would anyone like to make a motion regarding 26-12?
Make a motion to deny variance 26-12.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ms. Conrad. Kathy, if you'll read the roll one more time regarding approval or denial of the motion.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatliff?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
Stop.
Deny.
We're voting to deny. So yes vote is an approval of denial
Okay,
on the motion. I'm sorry. You want to try that again?
yeah. Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatliff?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. By a vote of 5-0, the variance is denied. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Appreciate all your information and your help. I wish you well with the project. Mr. Trask, at this point, I guess we do not go ahead with the other additional questions regarding this variance.
That's correct, it's not necessary.
Thank you, sir. We'll now move on to our last variance of the evening. It's variance request number 26-13. It's our first 101st Street in Bel Air Beach. Kyle, if you'll go ahead and please give us a staff report, or Dave, go ahead.
Members of the board, this item is for a variance to section 94-219, which requires for two-story dwellings, decks, and balconies to be erected at a maximum height equal to the floor level of the highest habitable level. The applicant is proposing a open roof deck that exceeds that level. There's two-story dwellings for decks and balconies over roof deck. So, different questions.
If we understand it correctly, this structure has not been built.
That's correct.
Kyle, you have any?
This is simply just a proposal. They don't have full plans. They're just, trying to figure out their design at this point and making a request to have a rooftop. The LPS higher than the highest, most livable floor. And our code says you cannot have it higher than the highest livable floor.
Okay, so this is more of like a variance to feel out what possibly could be done.
I just believe you'd like some sort of view. I'll let the applicant speak towards it. But
Is the applicant present tonight? If so, would you please come forward? Introduce yourself and give us the information that you'd like to.
As I'm Brian Bollinger, this is my wife Amy. We're excited to be full-time residents next year. We're in the planning stages right now. We didn't want to finalize our floor plans and have to redraw something obviously later, so we want to make sure everything's approved before we get the final set of plans. And I'll try to be as quick as possible. I know we're the last ones here.
Take your time, we're doing great.
We're trying to do a rooftop observation deck, if you want to call it that. According to the comprehensive plan, right in the beginning, the future land use element says future residential redevelopment along Gulf Boulevard shall maximize to the greatest extent possible vistas to the Gulf of Mexico. So that's what we want to do. We'll be on Gulf Boulevard and First Street. And I think the only two ways of doing that are you build higher or you build some sort of observation deck at the roof level. You got to see over Bel Air Shores homes; they're big and getting bigger, and so that's what we're trying to do. I'll show you our lot. So just going point by point here. The first point is unique circumstances. So this is our lot on the corner of Gulf and Boulevard, and technically we're kind of the first house of Bel Air Beach. The houses to the west are Bel Air Shore, and anything to the south is Indian Rocks. And so we're proposing on the little southwest corner section is going to be, the section of the roof will just turn into a flat kind of deck space. So really it won't be visible to literally anyone else in the city. And we even have some tree lines on the western side and the southern side, which I'll show you. Even driving or walking on the sidewalk, you really won't be able to see that area. And the other thing I'd like to point out, we don't know a lot of our neighbors, but we know Gary Collier he's going to be building a home right across the street, 101 First Street. He's in approval of this. He's again, the only neighbor we've met so far. And he'll be presenting in a month or two, I think, for his variance for approval of his. He's also trying to build, I think, a little bit higher, again, to try to get a little bit of a rooftop patio. And again, privacy seems to be the main concern. Privacy and noise are the two things. We're not totally sure if there's any other reasons that people don't want these around, but privacy is kind of the big thing we've seen. And again, it's basically going to be invisible to everybody else. So what it'll kind of look like is this. This is our second living level. There'll be a little balcony here in the southwest corner, and we would have a little spiral staircase that would lead you up to this section of the roof. And so this will just probably a regular, probably a stainless steel metal roof, and instead we'll have a little cutout here on the southwest corner. It'll just be a flat roof section. I'll move on to the front. So this is a 3D kind of rendering of what it looked like at street level. And since again it's on the back side, it's not going to be visible from First Street.
We're looking at it from the front, right?
From the front. So this will be from First Street, yeah, and facing south. And so since on the back of the house, again, you won't be able to see it. I do not have a 3D view from the east side, but again, it's going to be very similar. That it's going to be so far to the west, you won't be able to see it there anyway. I'll go back one slide just to make note. There's no cantilevers. We're not going to include anything like that. It's within the footprint of the home, so it won't stick out. And again, we're trying to make it as minimal as possible. As far as the elevations go, I'll show some pictures here from 28 and 40 feet. In the whole home, including any sort of railing, it'll all be within that 35 plus 1 and plus base flood. It'll all be within that the height limit. The level at the floor of the second habitable level is 24 foot. And so you add, 4-ish feet for where your eyes are going to be, you'll be about 28 feet. And I'll show you some pictures from there. And then at the floor of the rooftop deck, you probably can't see it, is 35 feet, 4 inches. And so again, you add 4.5 feet to about where your eyes would be, it'll be at 40 feet. And so this is the view at 40 feet. Our neighbor Gary actually has some drone images done. And so at 40 feet, you do have it's a little bit, but it's, I think, more than we'd ever thought we'd ever have. And so you can see a sunset up there. That's basically what we'd be using for sunset viewing deck. So at 40 feet, you have a little bit of a Gulf view. Unfortunately, at the next lowest level, it's almost there, it's right there, but not quite. You're just not quite high enough, I think, to call it there. Maybe a sliver between two houses you can see. But so we'd love it. It would be cheaper if we didn't have to do it, but we're just not quite there at the 28. So that would be our request. And so item number 3, any special privileges? Really none, other than a Gulf view. Several homes in the area already have similar structures. So I've got those to kind of point out. Thanks, Kyle, for giving us a heads up on some of these. We went around and took some pictures. So this is 211 Howard in Bel Air Beach. And very similar to what we're kind of proposing. You have a second floor. That's got the 3 levels, kind of garage level, first floor, second living level, and then a spiral staircase up to the roof level, and a little screened-in or fenced-in balcony up there.
So we're going to stop you for just 1 minute. I will let you know that as a board, we've never seen this home.
Oh.
We never saw a variance request for this home. How they got their little walk on the top of the building, I couldn't tell you from our standpoint.
Sure.
It's finished, it's approved obviously by the building department, we've never seen it. You're bringing the first of, God knows how many, to our board for the very first time.
Okay.
You can show the other pictures now.
Sure. So these are the four that we're aware of, and yeah, we don't know the history, obviously, of how they came to be. This is the second one. Again, two living levels and that little spiral staircase up to the top. I think this is the home of the nice Corvettes outside. And here's one, and hidden very well. Again, not nice or anything. It's hard to see from the street. This is our picture. You can kind of see the little railing up there, but again, 2 floors and the living space. I just included the Google image to kind of show there was a stairwell or maybe even an elevator or something like that to get up there. And then the fourth one, it's the red house here, so 2 living levels, and then again, kind of hidden in the back, they've got something up there. And then this is just showing that our neighbors, I know it's not in the city, but this is Indian Rocks Beach across the road to the south. It's the first home over there to the south of us. Not in our city, but still our neighbors. We'll respect them. And they've got a very large rooftop thing, so I don't think we'll be imposing anything on them. Item number 4, regarding sections 30 and 94. This, as far as I know, is regarding construction restricted to docks or anything extending over the Gulf of Mexico, not really applicable to where we're at. And then commercial activities, not going to be any commercial activities. We're living there full time. We're not renting it out or anything like that. Fully comply with any safeguards or reasonable timeframes. The build timeframe is not going to change substantially one way or the other with this or without it. And then as far as safety goes, I'm paranoid myself about hurricanes. We're going to do it very simple. There's not going to be roof or any covering up there. Again, it's mostly just for sunset viewing. And any furniture is going to be, obviously, if there's an evacuation, can be removed or attached to something structural. So again, it will be. And yeah, there may not be. We'll just, the other option would be to kind of build benches into the structure, so that way there's nothing to remove anyway. Item number 6, regarding utilities, there's not going to be any plumbing or ventilation at most. There'd be a standard wall outlet, electrical outlet, 120 volt outlet. And regarding floodplain management, really no change as far as the gutters or how the water drainage plan of the lot will be. And so that's it for that. We kind of had a secondary request we added to our application. If there's other reasons, the rooftop thing is not allowed, we would ask for height elevation. It sounds like that's not a good thing to ask for. But again, it's back to that comprehensive plan, trying to get a little bit of a Gulf or a water view of the Gulf, being on Gulf Boulevard there. So I'll stop if you want to keep going. I can talk about the various too, or you can vote on the first one. Sure.
The one thing that I will say as an age-old veteran of this board, we have very rarely on new construction ever granted variances. It's welcome to our city. Please abide by our codes. Our ordinances are well thought out, are well maintained. We have very high codes enforcement in this city. If you can comply with our laws for new construction, that's what we prefer to see. As you are here, you are more than welcome to apply for a variance, and we're glad to have you do so. And if you have any questions of us, or anybody else in the audience has any questions or comments, I can't see everybody here, but Dave, you care to say anything tonight? You're more than welcome to.
I can.
Kathy, can you swear in our mayor?
Yes, I can. You solemnly declare from the testimony you are about to give in these proceedings is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Mr. Mayor?
Hi, Dave Geddes, 309 22nd Street. We've been reviewing code recently, And one of the suggested changes was to raise our height, I believe, to 50 feet. And I also believe that that was for across Gulf Boulevard, and it was to accommodate a condo building or a group of buildings so that it would be attractive to a developer. Whenever the council discussed it, they were sort of on the fence, and I explained to them that if you make this change, you're changing the entire face of Bel Air Beach. And for that reason, I could not vote for that particular one item. I don't want to be responsible for it. And I think that the residents have spoken, and I truly appreciate you coming here. But we just saw a family that was denied construction on their home that's already built. And if this group were to approve your variance, what would that say to these? I don't feel bad for them. So again, welcome to Bel Air Beach. Please reconsider your design, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I think that being said, if I may, I do have one question, and I think it's in regards to the other homes that are built with a rooftop deck. The code reads for one-story homes and two-story homes, but doesn't state anything on three-story homes, which I believe was a change that was done later in coding whenever it was allowed for three-story homes. So I'm wondering if that's maybe a loophole that those homes were able to build in?
You're asking the wrong board, Mr.
Okay.
City Manager. I don't think even you have that kind of history.
From experience, I would deny it, based on what the code says and my interpretation of the code. I would say that you're not supposed to have a deck higher than the highest level of the floor. We could, revise the code so we have a third story. That's how I would interpret that code. So I would deny it, if that's the question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments? We're going to go ahead and vote. If folks can stay here, you're welcome to sit down.
So we have no background on how the other, there's one right on Donato, where like two houses from
They've been
grandfathered in?
Or non-compliant.
They're just not compliant.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, when this ordinance was put in place, maybe it could.
Do we know if they're above 35?
Well, the one across from me on Donato is, it's above the asking. It's on top of, it's basically on top of the roof. And I'm just curious, I don't think that it is necessarily appropriate for us, and I certainly, Dave, thank you very much for trying to guide that 50-foot height along Gulf. That would substantially change the look of our community. So I'm just curious how there are so many, maybe non-compliant rooftop decks.
After the fact, perhaps? After the fact construction? I don't know.
Kyle,
come
Kyle,
forward.
Kyle, does the city do any post-inspection after a new home has been constructed or there's been major construction on the house to verify that they have not altered?
Currently, we do a pre-permitting process, and then, so we approve the height, and we approve the zoning and the setbacks, and then it goes to the county, and they do the rest of the building code. Once they have the final permit issued, the county is responsible for checking all the heights, setbacks, and if we question it, we will. But whatever's in the plans is what they're supposed to be inspecting and checking them off.
And so
So we do rely on them heavily. If something jumps out, if they have a question, they'll contact us, but I don't check behind them if that's what you're asking.
it's the county's responsibility to do the inspections?
Yes.
So it's the county's responsibility to not issue a certificate of occupancy, presumably, until that height requirement is complied with.
Right, they would not issue that, but the plans would never be approved unless, you know, they were at the height requirements. And then during the elevation certificate process, they would realize there was a discrepancy and then not approve or contact the city to let us know.
Even though these new homes are just starting to go up, has the county come back to you, or have you seen any final inspection results or COs, so to speak, saying that those homes are compliant, or the height are compliant?
Of the elevation projects, no, we have not had one receive a CO yet.
Okay.
So I have not.
So all of them are still in production
Yes.
so far? Okay, thank you. Sir, you're welcome to come forward and introduce yourself.
I'm Paul Smith of 3301 Gulf Boulevard. Actually, I built my house, I worked for 4 years during hurricanes. Actually, this issue came up with my house, and I'll tell you what I think what you're running into. It's actually a loophole if you read the actual code. It says you can't have electrical or plumbing above a certain height. But so I asked the old engineer when I was building my house, the Bellar Beach engineer, I was putting a crow's nest on top of my house. He said, as long as you're below 35 feet, you can do anything. I said, what about railings and stuff like that? He goes, oh, you can have railings or design fixtures above 35 feet. Your roof just can't be above 35 feet. So maybe you have a railing piece across your roof as a design, like a roof deck rail. Well, that ain't part of the roof. So he said, yeah, you could do some kind of a railing for design feature. Well, if you don't have electrical or you don't have plumbing, you just have a railing, and instead of stairs, who stops you from going to your roof and looking at the ocean? I mean, nobody. I mean, as long as your roof's flat enough you can stand on it, you could do it. So I think what these people have done is they don't have electrical or plumbing, so they didn't, when the inspector came in there, and they do inspect, I went through 70 of them, they inspect all that, but as long as none of those things were checked off on, they say, okay. So I think that was, it's like a loophole in the way the code's written.
Where is 3301 in Gulf Boulevard?
I'm right across from the blue condos that are under construction or whatever, repair,
Nautical Light. It's the Nautical Light.
Yeah, Nautical Watch, yeah, sorry. Right across the street.
South of Harrison. Between
Yeah.
Belle and Harrison.
Yeah, so it took me about 4 years to build my house. I actually was looking at the rooftop deck, and I asked the old engineer, I chose not to do it. I think it was second floor deck. But when I read through the code, I have a legal background, so I was reading through the code, I'm a developer, and I figured out what was going on. So I noticed those houses, there's actually 2 or 3 more with the rooftop decks. And I think it's because,
those photos.
yeah, there's a few more than that. But, and the reason why is if you look, as long as there's not electrical or plumbing, they can be design features on your roof, which would account for a railing if you don't want your kids to fall off. And anybody can have stairs to go to their roof. You gotta repair your roof. Maybe it's where you're designing your house. So I think that's what's going on with the issue.
You just became the historian for the questions we didn't have an answer. Thank you very much.
That's a loophole.
At this point, we're going to move forward and start our criteria of questions for variance number 26-13. Mr. Gatlif, you are on.
Variance request 26-13. A variance granted by the Board of Adjustment shall be consistent with the public interest. When owing to a special condition and literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter will not result in an unnecessary and undue hardship to the applicant. And the special condition or unique circumstance will not result from the intentional act of the applicant or the applicant's agent. In order to authorize any variance from the provisions of this chapter, the Board of Adjustment shall find that the applicant, number 1, demonstrated that special conditions or unique circumstances exist which are peculiar to the land, structure, or building involved, and which are not applicable to other similar structures or buildings in the same zoning district. A vote yes approves the variance, no is denied.
Kathy?
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. 5-0.
5-0.
Number 2.
As the applicant demonstrated that the variance requested is the minimum variance that will make possible the reasonable use of the land, building, or structure. A vote yes, variance approved, no variance denied.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No.
Number 3, has the applicant demonstrated that granting the variance requested will not confer on the applicant any special privilege that is denied by this chapter? A vote yes, variance approved, no, variance denied.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No.
4,
Right.
has the applicant demonstrated that the variance requested does not change the use of the property from the use characteristics mandated for Districts 1 and 2 in Sections 30-51 and 94-252 and Article 4, Division 3 of this chapter? Yes vote, variance approved. No, variance denied.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No.
5, will the applicant completely, fully, with additional conditions and safeguards which the Board of Adjustment may prescribe, including but not limited to reasonable time limits within which the action for which a variance is required shall commence and or be completed? Yes vote, variance approved. No, variance denied.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No.
Number 6, has the applicant demonstrated that the variance requested does not violate any provision and requirements set forth in Chapter 62 and Chapter 74 of the City Code? I vote yes, variance approved. No, variance denied.
Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No.
Number 7, such variance is not in conflict with the City of Bel Air Beach strategic plan. I
Ms.
vote
Connery?
yes, variance approved. No, variance denied.
Sorry. Ms. Connery?
No.
Mr. Gatlif?
No.
Mr. Mariano?
No.
Mr. Dixon?
No.
Mr. Kelly?
No. Would someone like to make a motion regarding variance request number 26-13?
I make a motion that the variance 2613 is denied.
So we have a second. Thank you, Mr. Mariano. So we're voting for a denial vote. We'll call the roll, Kathy.
Ms. Connery?
Yes.
Mr. Gatlif?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Mr. Dixon?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes. I'm sorry, folks, your variance request has been denied. Are we moving on to another variance regarding this in the same case? Okay. Okay. Is there any other items coming before the board that any of the members would like to bring forth? Steph, Kyle, is there anything that we need to know that's coming up?
No, but we anticipate another one of the variances for the height code coming, which actually was the case, we changed the code, was the reason why.
So it could be coming forth next month, perhaps?
Yeah.
Oh, you already
Next
mentioned.
month.
Oh, no, it's
September.
only September.
Beginning of September, yes.
Yeah, September. Mr. Trask, is there anything else that we've left out?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Dave, thank you for all your help. Thank you for all the folks that stayed around to the very end. This meeting is adjourned. We'll make it down.
Mark.